Hi viewers, welcome to Mwalimu Ogeke YouTube channel. Today I want to take you through area of a segment of a circle. You can see if this is a circle drawn, we ask you to find this is the minor segment, and now the rest of this part is what we call the major segment. We know that from O, A, O, A, B, all these we call it a sector. And therefore, there are ways that we usually do of finding the area of this minor segment, whereby we find area of a sector, and then we subtract the area of this triangle. It becomes a very tedious work because, for instance, for us to find, if you are given the area here, you find the area half AB sine theta, and then you also find the area of the sector, that is theta over 360 pi r squared, then you subtract the 2, it is tedious. So there is a very simple way of even finding the area of the major segment if you are asked. Because if you ask them now area of the major segment, you want to find area of the whole circle, then subtract the area of this sector, you find the area of the major segment. So instead of doing all those, there is very simple formulas that I've written down for you, and if you use these formulas, you get the exact areas. To get the area of the minor segment, to get this segment, the minor segment, the shaded part, it is r squared, that is the radius squared, over 2 into brackets theta, that is the angle theta, times pi over 180 minus sine of theta. Very simple as that. And to get the area of the major segment, it is now r squared over 2. Remember, to get this angle outside here, it is 360 minus this, because the angle at a point add up to 360. So it will be r squared over 2 into 360 minus theta times the pi over 180, then plus, remember here we subtract, but to get the minor segment, but for a major segment we add the sine of theta. So if we use these formulas, we are able to get the areas. Now, example of a question is that we find the area of the shaded region in this figure, whereby this is a circle center O, and we have an angle 100 degrees here, radius 6 centimeters, so we want to find this area. Instead of using, I'll do both methods. So instead of, we can use the formula direct and say area equals to r squared all over 2 into theta times pi all over 180, then we subtract sine of theta. Now, our r is 6, so it is 6 squared all over 2, then into our theta is 100 degrees, that is 100 times pi, which is 22 over 7, all over 180, then minus sine of 100 degrees. So we shall be having this 36 over 2 gives you 18 into, so we multiply this one by using your calculator, that is 100 times, if you multiply by 22 over 7, that is 22 over 7 by using a calculator, you get 314.285. Then whatever you get, you divide by 180. If you divide by 180, whatever you get 1.7460. Then minus the sine of 100. Use your calculator and press sine of 100. That is sine 100. If you press sine of 100, you get 0.9848. 0.9848. Now we subtract the 2, it will be 18 times. When you subtract that, the two of them, 1.7460, then minus 0.9848, you get 0.7612. So you multiply by 18, that's times 18, you get the answer as 13.7016, which is equal to 13.70 centimeters square. That is 2 decimal places. Now, if we do the same question, by using the other method that we are used to, that is finding the area of the sector. We know the area of a sector of a sector, it is theta all over 360 pi r squared, and therefore our theta is 100 all over 360 times, now 22 over 7 times 6 squared, which is 36. If you multiply all of this using your calculator, you get 100 over 36 over 360, then times 22 over 7, then times 36. You get your answer as 31.4286 centimeters square. And you also find area of the triangle. Area of this triangle, we use half AB sine of theta, which is equal to, because we have two sides and an included angle, so we use half times A is 6 times B is 6 times the sine of 100. So this gives you, that is 18 times sine 100. This gives you, that is 18 sine of 100. You get 7.72665 centimeters square. So we subtract the two, that is area of shaded part it will be equal to, we subtract the two, that 1.4286 minus 17.7265. Now if we subtract the two, that is that 1.42864286 minus 17.7265. We subtract the two, we get 13.7021 centimeters square, which is equal to 13.70 centimeters square, 2 decimal places. So you realize you get the same answers, but this is a longer route when you compare to this route where you use a formula and get the answer direct. And for students, they conceptualize this faster when you compare to the method of doing two ways. The area of the sector, area of triangle, then you subtract the two. So this is the simplest way of doing it when you compare with that, but you find it easier for you. Thank you for listening to this tutorial. Ensure you subscribe so that you get more updates. Thank you.